Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Set. 18 Gator. Bring it. Bring it. Fire.
On 1st and 10, Meyer. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brock. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Meyer. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again, Meyer. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, alert! 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 Watch it!
They'll run on 1st down. Gross. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Tighten up! Tighten up!
From the 36, Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. It's Houston. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Watch the screen.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Here we go. 11.
2 yards on
Recon, 132 fighter.
at their 48-yard line.
3. Combo. Here we go, D. Here I come. 1, Omaha.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Stop right there. Alert. Ready.
On first down, Meyer. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brock. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Let's go now. 60 or.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You ain't to go.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throw left side complete. It's Brock. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On first down. It's Gross, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Pilot, 64.
It's now second and 6.
21.
At the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
First down, Baltimore.
So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. They'll try the left side. Gross. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready up.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
These two teams all tied after one. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the counter, this is Singletary. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the gun, Meyer. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Blue draw quarter.
Throwing on first down. Meyer. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
At the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
To throw again. Meyer. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the
Hey,
40-yard
Charlie.
line.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Meyer escaping the pressure right, and that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Topper! Slam! Hey, seam 6! Go!
Throwing again. Meyer. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 39. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You got tight.
Operating from the gun, Meyer, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Set up. 60 Pittsburgh.
3 buzz.
Smooth.
Mike, 53. Mike. All right, T, let's try. All right, T. Let's go.
From the gun, Meyer. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
21. Go.
Let's go.
I got this.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Mike 3. Combo.
12, fellas. Here we go.
All day, every day.
Hey, foxtrot.
Mike 3.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So a jump there defensively.
and it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Here we go.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Gross. And some room to roam now. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Browns 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Meyer hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Back to throw. Meyer, quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Looking to throw. Meyer.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Meyer under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Aaron Donald. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Over the middle, complete. That's Brock. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Meyer. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. Meyer under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gross, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 180.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And a throw right sideline is complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, just as they thought they were going to add to their lead, the rug gets pulled from right underneath them on that pick. And now after that big return, might be the other sideline grabbing the lead.
Yeah, very well could be. This is where you count on your defense to go out and make, I'm not going to call it a miraculous stop, but make it very difficult for them to get the ball in the end zone.
Throwing to start the drive. Meyer, he was looking for Devin Singletary there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Seibert's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The
here we go.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here we go. Like 20.
Let's go, D.
21, 21.
Even, even. Four, yeah, even.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ready. 30 base.
I got one.
Throwing on 1st down. Meyer. This is Miller. Complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 19.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
General West.
2nd and 3. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, the 40. He's at the 30.